So I've just why has that one got no ammo in it? What the fuck? So I've just loaded into a new map, something different, just because I wanted to show you the difference between the smallest map and one of the largest ones. Obviously I've come in at sunrise, got my night vision, but that's not really going to help me out too much. Well, maybe it will, but figured out why this weapon wasn't full autoing earlier is because I was pressing the wrong button. Now, this map is simply called Woods, and it is basically just one big huge lass. It's got a lumber yard kind of in the middle over there. And then fuck, what the fuck? See what I mean? I brought a sniper rifle in this one as well. I do fancy my sniper rifles. This one's got the most disgusting scope. There he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yeah. I bought a Glock with a 50-round drum magazine. Disgusting. And I've got my MP9. I've also brought an MP5, so I can show you. SD version, very sexy. Basically no recoil, man. Especially if you like crouch or go prone. The MP9 is amazing with its 1100 rounds per minute fire. Look, that's like a MP5 Kalashnikov that the Russians came up with. I'd never use that. I hate it. Shit ammunition. Oh yeah, dude, the ammunition in this game as well. Like, every caliber has different kinds of rounds. Some which are very good at, like, hurting body parts, but have no armor penetration. And then you've got the ones which do which have very strong armor penetrating power, but very little damage to the flesh. Obviously, the more armor penetrating it is, the more expensive it is. Especially ones with good balance. Yeah, bro, you can barely see shit here, innit? Yeah, it's too bright now for night vision. When you go past trees and shit, you make noise. You know what I mean? If you jump, you make loads of noise. You can hear it for quite far. Especially if you've got like acoustic, not acoustic, what am I talking about? You know, like sound amplifiers, earpieces, whatever. And because I'm playing against bots, you know, it's not very much PvP. Like, they're just usually quite random until you aggro them. They'll usually see you first as well, unless they're quite far away. See, I happen to know that one of these scabs spawns all the way over there, somewhere. Can't see him at the moment. MP9 is just disgusting. I mean, look, this map is huge, dude. You can literally walk through this whole lass. And if you play with a buddy, there's no, like, you can't ping things, do you know what I mean? Friendly fire is obviously on, so there's a lot of, like, what? Come on, come on. There's another one. Shit, I didn't bring grenades again. He had a shotgun. Obviously, if this was real life, especially, no, I say real life, if this was like in the actual game, Especially when you just start, you'd be taking all of his shit. I don't need any of that. Look at that Butters armor. You can see that from so far away. And unlike Warzone, bruv, if you lie down or hide in the bush or something, bruv, no one's seeing you. Unless they physically like come up to you. Dead. Barely any fucking recoil, man. Disgusting. That's a Russian version of an M4, single fire. I'm allowing that, to be honest. Probably out of ammo. You can check how much ammo you have and what kind of rounds you've got inside. Obviously, you can look at your gun. Buff ting. No, I'm quite wary of that. The sniper's still over there. See, that's the lumberyard I was telling you about. My sensitivity's set quite high, but I want to kind of get used to it, so I'm setting it high and then dialing it back, which I've already done with the ADS speed. He's up there somewhere.
Хуйло, вот хуйло!
There he is.
Конец тебе!
Shit angle.
Ну чё, попадос вам тут всем, залетные!
See, I missed him. Fucking hell, I missed him again. What? Bro, come on. There's some little biatch beneath me somewhere. I'm gonna run around the back. See how much noise you make when you're running and jumping and shit.
Вон он, ебать!
Tanked a few rounds. Obviously, useless shit. I usually check their backpack. If they've got anything good, they'll usually have it in there. Butters. Oh, I've got a better angle on them now. Oh, no, that's the Leaf. I thought that was him. Okay, well, whatever. Let's do some sniping, shall we? There's usually a boss, like a AI boss that spawns in there. And he's got two goons armed to the teeth and like really like high level AI.
Жрать бы, конечно, не помешало.
One of these fecks that I'm fighting now. There he is.
Хуйло,
see me?
вот хуйло! Конец тебе! Чудак, мать твою, а ну иди сюда, говно собачье!
Let's get the MP5 up.
Вонючая, мать твою, а! Ну иди сюда, попробуй меня!
I'm going to put my laser on. Better hit fire. I'm going to go full auto. He's still shouting. That was a nice little poem, wasn't it? Dead. Virtually no recoil. Look at that. What is that? Balfek. I'm going to take your shade just because you're a Downs. Let me take off my mega expensive military hat with my thermals, my night vision, and put on this Butters cap. You know what? That don't look half bad. But that looks better. Look at that. Boss. Right, let's go get a kebab. Obviously with the sky so bright, it kind of saturates the ground, so you see less, but I'm going into a very high traffic area. Like, I normally wouldn't be running around like this, obviously, because I know it's like just AI. Normally I'd be like fucking crouched, looking all around me, you know, going prone, going from cover to cover. Because playing against other actual players is, oh dude, it's so hard, so tense. I was playing earlier today, dude, and my hands went cold, man. See somebody in there. I didn't see where that was coming from. I'm gonna switch back to MP5. I'm gonna push him. Good thing is you can look whilst running in a different direction. Where's his boats? There he is. Dead. The MP5's recoil to the AK's recoil, and there's so many.
Вот он!
I don't have a clue where he's firing from. My left arm's blacked out. Fuck, I need a push. I'm gonna take a painkiller. All that does is it allows me to keep using my limbs even if they're blacked out, like my legs. Well, primarily that's what it's used for.
Вон он, сука!
Got me. Reloading. What's my health saying? Fracture and a blood. Excellent. So, painkiller, first aid kit, and a splint just to fix fractures. I mean, I can go on without attending to it, but then I'd be under pain, under the pain effect. What the fuck? Where'd these guys come from? I'm gonna go burst fire just because I'm using up too much ammo.
Вали, хуй! Покоп, нахуй!
Oh, shoot. Fuck. Behind? Yeah. Oh my god. The potato is real. I've got no more rounds for my MP5. I'm playing against bots, brother. Just imagine what it's like against actual players.
Вон он, блядь, ебашь его!
Dead. What's my ammo saying? Half. I have no idea where I was being shot from up there. See that sway when your arm goes out? Butters. Can't really do much about it.
Вон он, сука! Лизада, козёлы,
Somebody here, really close.
вон!
Bent feck. He's not gonna move now, is he? That was him. I didn't hit him though. There he is. Through the helmet.
Вот он!
Fuck that behind. They're pushing me.
Вон он, блядь, ебашь его!
Fuck. grenade, what? Fuck it, I might as well just die doing this. So I got stunned, that's the effect on my screen. Obviously I got shot, that was the blood. Some gimp up here as well somewhere.
Вон он, блядь, еб...
Fuck. He tanked around. Oh my god, dude. See what I mean? Out of ammo already.
Куда он
And he's
поебался?
pissed off.
Ёбаный ниндзя!
This guy's proper close. Falbets. That's right. Did he have something written on his trousers? Borkolopeptepeps. Or downs. Is there another one here somewhere? I thought it was. Okay, where's that fucking gim that was shooting me from over there? Sit down. Fucking hell. MP5 is amazing, but you just chew through ammo. I mean, those were 50 round mags. And look how quickly I went through it. I mean, that's good for close quarters. To just melt somebody that's in front of you, but other than that. Silencers on this game is just a must. You don't have to, but then something like a compensator I would then recommend. So if you're not going to conceal your position, you might as well give yourself like a buff when it comes to accuracy. Did I get him? Gonna find out. Oh, sounded like a large caliber weapon. Hello, meaty. Goodbye. When you kill somebody in like a live raid, they call them raids. You know what I mean? Like when you load into one of these maps. If I was to kill that as a player, I wouldn't immediately just. That's what you first do when you first start playing. You just run over him and be like, oh my god, I got some loot. You search his shit and you just steal all his crap. But then you learn not to do that because they might have a buddy, heard it, I just covered, and he's gonna wait for you to. Well, I swear I just heard something. Oh mate, goodbye. Nope. Never mind. I lost him. Fucking hell.
Сука ты, блядь, не упык, блядь! Гнида!
And there we go. And that's against bots.